Ever had someone cross the line, leaving you speechless or fuming inside? Maybe it was a snide remark, an interruption, or an outright dismissal of your feelings. It happens in the places closest to us. At work, where a colleague interrupts you mid-sentence like your opinion doesn't matter. In family gatherings, where a relative makes passive-aggressive comments that cut a little too deep. With your spouse, during an argument where their tone or words feel dismissive. Even with your children, when their behavior pushes boundaries, making you question how to respond effectively. These moments are frustrating because they happen in the spaces and relationships that matter most. But how you handle disrespect in these situations sets the tone for how you're treated moving forward. And yet, it's incredibly frustrating when your emotions get the better of you. You finally lose it, say something in the heat of the moment, or raise your voice. And just like that, you're the one who looks like the bad guy. They give you that wide-eyed look of innocence as if they've done nothing wrong, leaving you feeling like the problem. Now, instead of addressing the disrespect, the attention shifts to your reaction. You're left fuming, not only from the original insult, but from the guilt of looking like you've overreacted. It's a vicious cycle that leaves you emotionally drained and questioning how to be in control. We have all experienced these scenarios, which led us to a feeling of more anger, frustration, and even helplessness. It's that boiling point where you're left questioning why you're the one who has to bear the burden of keeping the peace. Instead of the disrespect being addressed, you're stuck carrying the emotional fallout, as if their behavior wasn't the problem to begin with. In today's video, we aim to equip you with practical and powerful strategies to handle disrespect with grace and confidence. You'll learn how to take control of these moments without losing your cool, protecting your peace while standing up for yourself. Mastering the silent stare. The silent stare is one of the most underrated yet effective tools when dealing with disrespect. When someone crosses the line, interrupting you, dismissing your opinion, or making a snide comment, the natural instinct is often to defend yourself or snap back. But here's the thing. Disrespect thrives on reactions. It's fueled by your frustration, your attempt to explain yourself, or even your anger. Instead of feeding into it, try something unexpected. Go silent. Pause whatever you're doing, turn your full attention to the person, and lock eyes with them. No blinking, no fidgeting, no words, just a calm, steady gaze that says, "I see what you're doing, and I'm not impressed." The power of this move lies in its simplicity. You're refusing to play their game, and that alone shifts the dynamic. Suddenly, they're left scrambling, unsure of how to deal with the silence. What makes the silent stare so effective is that it forces them to confront their own behavior. When you don't react, their words or actions just hang in the air, awkward and exposed. People who disrespect others often act on impulse, assuming they'll get away with it or that you'll brush it off. But your silence acts as a mirror, reflecting their behavior right back at them. Without you engaging, they're left to deal with the discomfort of their own actions. This tactic isn't just about unsettling them, it's about protecting your own peace. By not giving them the satisfaction of a response, you're keeping your energy intact. You're showing that their opinion or behavior isn't worth your time. In addition, it builds your confidence. Each time you use the silent stare, you remind yourself that you don't need to explain, defend, or react. You're in control. And let's be real, the best part of this move? Watching their smug attitude unravel as they realize you're not taking the bait. It's like watching your enemy confidently walk into a glass door, embarrassing for them, but oddly satisfying for you. Stop explaining yourself. Here's a hard truth. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your choices. Yet, so often, we feel compelled to justify ourselves when someone questions us. Why did you pick that job? Why didn't you attend the event? Why are you doing it this way? These seemingly innocent questions can feel more like an interrogation, designed to poke holes in your decisions and make you doubt yourself. Stop explaining. It's that simple, yet it's one of the hardest habits to break. When someone questions your choices, resist the urge to launch into a detailed justification. Instead, try this. Keep your answer short and confident. A simple, "because I wanted to," or "it felt right for me," is enough. You don't owe anyone a 5-minute TED Talk on why you made the decisions you did. Why does this work? First, it shuts down any opportunity for them to dissect or challenge your reasoning. Second, it communicates confidence. People who repeatedly question others are those who are often projecting their own insecurities. When you respond without defensiveness or excessive detail, it shows that you're solid in your choices and don't need their validation. This approach also saves you energy. Every time you explain yourself, you're giving away a little piece of your mental peace, trying to convince someone who likely isn't interested in being convinced. By choosing not to explain, you're reclaiming your power and redirecting your energy toward things that actually matter. And let's not forget the kicker. The look on their face when you give a short, confident answer is priceless. It's like you've just unplugged their power source, and now they're left scrambling for what to say next. Watching someone struggle to process the fact that you didn't give them a full breakdown, that's comedy gold. Dealing with a disrespectful relative can be challenging, but maintaining your composure is key. It's important to set clear boundaries and protect your energy. If a relative consistently crosses your boundaries or makes you feel small, it's time to address the issue. Calmly but firmly, let them know their behavior is unacceptable. Use empathy to understand their perspective, but don't compromise your self-respect. Setting firmer boundaries around your availability can help manage interactions. It might mean declining invitations to gatherings where you know certain relatives thrive on pushing your buttons. Gradually reduce how often you engage with someone who isn't respectful of your time or feelings. This isn't about avoidance. It's about prioritizing your well-being. When you spend less time around people who disrespect you, you free up mental and emotional space for healthier relationships. It also sends a subtle but clear message. I value myself enough to step away from negativity. Distance has another benefit. It gives you perspective. When you're constantly around someone who disrespects you, it can feel like their behavior is normal or unavoidable. Creating space allows you to see the situation more objectively, without the emotional fog. You might realize how much their behavior was affecting you, or how much better you feel when they're not around. And here's the truth. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. Some people are better off in the balcony, where their negativity can't touch you. And if they complain that you're being distant, well, isn't it funny how they notice your absence, but didn't value your presence? That's their problem, not yours. So, create that space unapologetically. And remember, it's not being mean. It's self-care with a side of "I don't have time for this nonsense." Disrespect is often designed to make you feel small. Whether it's a subtle jab, a loud insult, or someone completely dismissing your contributions, the underlying goal is usually the same: to chip away at your confidence. That's why one of the most powerful ways to respond is to refuse to shrink. Instead, hold your head high, literally and figuratively. Your body language says a lot about how you see yourself and how others perceive you. When someone disrespects you, it can be tempting to slouch, look down, or avoid eye contact, especially if their words sting. Remember to stand tall, shoulders back, chin up, and meet their gaze calmly and confidently. Even if you don't feel it at the moment, faking confidence sends a strong signal. You don't get to decide my worth. The beauty of this approach is its subtlety. You don't have to say anything or even react directly to the disrespect. Just by standing tall and holding your ground, you communicate that their words or actions haven't diminished you. It's a quiet, dignified way to reclaim your power without giving them the reaction they might be fishing for. But here's the deeper magic. This isn't just about how they see you, it's about how you see yourself. The more you practice holding your head high, the more natural it becomes. Over time, it reinforces your own sense of self-worth, reminding you that no one else's opinion has the power to define you. And if the person throwing shade gets rattled by your unshaken confidence, that's their problem. Watching someone try to rattle you and fail is one of life's most empowering moments. It's a testament to the inner peace you've cultivated, a reminder that your worth is not dictated by someone else's attempts to disrupt your calm. When you remain unshaken, you're not only standing your ground, but also showing that true strength lies in self-control and self-awareness. This ability to stay centered reflects growth, resilience, and an unyielding commitment to your own well-being. Each time you encounter such moments, you reinforce the boundaries that protect your peace, becoming a living example of grace under pressure. Here's a tactic that might catch you off guard: handling disrespect with empathy. Before you roll your eyes, hear me out. Responding with calm curiosity can flip the power dynamic in your favor. Disrespectful people often lash out because of their insecurities or frustrations. By addressing their behavior with understanding instead of anger, you take the wind out of their sails. For example, if a coworker snaps at you during a meeting, stay calm and ask, "Long day? Everything okay?" Or when a family member throws out a sarcastic jab, respond with, "You sound a bit stressed." It's not about excusing their behavior. It's about calling it out in a way that forces them to pause and self-reflect. Empathy catches people off guard because they expect confrontation, not concern. It's like handing someone a cup of tea when they're gearing up for a boxing match. They don't know whether to sip it or throw it. Most people will feel a bit embarrassed when their negativity is met with kindness, and that alone can diffuse the situation. And let's be real, watching someone stumble over their own bad attitude after you hit them with a calm, "You good?" is a little satisfying. Disrespect is unavoidable, but how you handle it is entirely within your control. Whether it's mastering the silent stare, refusing to explain yourself, or creating distance, these strategies are about more than just reacting. They're about reclaiming your self-respect. Each solution empowers you to take charge of the situation without losing your cool. You don't have to tolerate disrespect, and you don't need to lower yourself to meet it. By staying composed, setting boundaries, and protecting your energy, you send a powerful message. You value yourself too much to entertain negativity. And the next time someone tries to test your patience, let them squirm under your silent gaze, stumble over your calm response, or wonder why their behavior didn't get the reaction they expected. Watching that unfold is the ultimate victory. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video to show your support. Subscribe to the channel for more confidence-boosting content, and share it with someone who could use these strategies. Together, let's build stronger boundaries and reclaim our peace. Thanks for watching. Stay strong, stay confident, and remember, respect starts with you respecting yourself.